Hello, Cheap Art here. Today we're doing another unboxing, this time of the newest Sonic the Hedgehog themed board game. This is Sonic Roll. I purchased this for $39.99 on barnesandnoble.com. I'm really not much for buying board games per se. I've got my classic ones, of course, like Clue or Jumanji that I play with, but not much for board games otherwise. But they do provide plenty of family fun. And in this case, this is more of a dice-based game. Now, the other Sonic board game that I have is Sonic Crash Course that has actual game pieces, but this seems to be completely focused on rolling the dice. Now, the big thing as to why I was attracted to purchase this so much was because of the box. This is a hefty, big block. And even for display purposes, this is something that's pretty cool with the classic Sonic the Hedgehog logo and Sega Genesis box in terms of the aesthetic look of it. And as you'll see when you look at the aesthetics of the box itself and the characters and how they're displayed, this is classic continuity. That is Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic CD, and of course Sonic Mania and Sonic Superstars. Now, let's take a look at some of the things on the box itself besides this great art. 1 to 4 players. The game takes 30 to 60 minutes to play one single game. Surprisingly, 14 plus in terms of age. I wonder if this is a bit more complex. Developed by a company Kess, which I'm not familiar with. The cover illustration seems to be by the classic artist of the comic, Tracy Yartley, who's awesome. I've met him in person. Also taking a look at the side here, more Sega Genesis art. And on the back, you get a look of kind of the power-ups. And it seems like the purpose of this here is that you collect rings, you collect animals, much like the video games themselves, and you go across these 4 zones. And it looks like there's plenty of power-ups like shields and stuff like that. And right here, it calls out kind of the lineage of games that it pulls from. Sonic Mania, Sonic, all the games I talked about. But this is a roll of the dice-based game rather than actually having any type of character pieces. So even if you want to purchase this for display, I think it's super cool to have on your shelf right next to some of your classic Sonic games or the Sonic Mania box. This is just really cool to have, and it's really hefty and heavy. So we're going to get this open, and we're going to see what is inside, and let's go rolling, 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 just like the song. Okay, so I'm going to get this open. I'm going to actually just play this with my family, but first of all, before we kind of look at the rules and look at the individual game pieces and understand how we play, just want to see how everything is in place straight out of the box. Okay, we've got our rule book, and this is pretty cool. This looks like a manual from the game. Yeah, it even has the same type of aesthetics, graphics of what you would see in a video game manual. This is really cool, guys. Even some of the art. That's super cool. Oh, do not open until you complete the campaign and all Chaos Emeralds are collected. Okay, I won't do it. Pretty cool, guys, like a strategy guide or a video game manual. I like this. Okay, moving on. Next, chemical plant zone. I guess these are some of the boards, the different zones you go into. This looks like it opened. Okay, I guess it doesn't. Chemical plant zone. You got Green Hill zone. You got Lava Reef zone. And you got Stardust Speedway. So 4 zones. And then, oh gosh. All this stuff they have to pop out. These little cardboard pieces. So you got the different shields and orbs and collectible stuff. Chaos Emeralds, the rings, the animals. Looks like you can collect additional timepieces, speed. Pretty neat. Oh, there's stuff on the back. That doesn't look good. All right. Characters. Let's take this off. Amy with her Pico hammer. You've got Knuckles, and let me read these. Spin attacks, collide. Oh, this could be pretty complex in terms of rules. Knuckles, Sonic, Tails. All right. Oh my gosh, that's why it's so heavy inside. All these different cards. I have to open this package and see how these cards really interact with the game. The dice that are each color-coded, I'm assuming to each character, but maybe not. I'm not much for dice games, so I don't know exactly if the color code aligns with your character. And then we've got more cards. These don't look good in terms of being Robotnik-based cards. It's on the back. Dr. Eggman. Keep on saying Robotnik. I'm sorry. I grew up in the 90s with all the Americanized Sonic cartoons where they called him Robotnik instead of Eggman. You're going to hear me say that a lot. Okay, there's that. Moving on. More cards. Caterpillar. Keys. Yeah. Okay. We got all the pieces out. I believe so. Wait a second. Feels like there's something inside. Oh, look at that. I almost missed out on all this stuff underneath. All right. Death Egg Robot. Why was this? These seem to be specific to zones. We've got more characters. Oh, the Sonic Mania characters. We've got Mighty. We've got... Why is this? This one seems pretty thick. And we got Ray, whose first outing, if memory serves me, was in Sega Sonic, the arcade game. Okay, and what's down here? Oh, look at that, the inside sleeve. All the characters and their running poses. That's cool. There's plenty of things to like about this, guys, just from an aesthetic point of view. And we've got Mighty just hanging out there by himself. I don't understand why these are like underneath this. It seems like these are important pieces. And then the Death Egg Robot. There's a lot here, guys, to absorb. So we're going to start learning the rules if I can, and then we'll try to start playing with my family. All right. Okay, so this is the playing field based off of the instructions to set up. You've got your act card. In this case, we're playing Green Hill Zone. And then you've got, with respect to this being the act board, you've got these individual cards in relation to the zone itself. 3 cards face up that each correspond to a separate section of that act board. You each have your own player that you're playing as. You have 3 token lives, as you can see there, and you've got here we go. We got a boost token. You've got these Chaos Emerald cards. You have the special. What are these? These are bonus stage tiles that are supposed to be in 4x4 arrangements. These are all randomized. They've been shuffled. You've got a boss specific to that zone. In this case, it's Egg Robo. And you've got boss battle cards or boss pattern cards that have been shuffled in relation to that boss. You've also got power-ups right there, and you've got Bagnet cards. So we're going to learn how we play and then go off to it. Hey guys, so if you look at the actual rule book, if you look at the manual, it's pretty confusing in terms of providing you directions where it'll say look at page 4, look at page 9, refer to page 16. So it's not in like a sequential order, and that could really throw you off. I do recommend that if you plan to play this game, there are video tutorials on YouTube that provide more of an instruction step by step on how to play the game. I will say that it is very complex. You're looking at a 24 to 25 minute tutorial on YouTube just to start playing. So truth be told, I actually think it's more fun if you're making up your own rules using some of the kind of the different applications to some of the base rules set up as how you're supposed to play the game. Of course, the purpose here, roll your dice and you can, so to speak, spend it through separate actions by playing it on the zone cards or against badniks, and you gain power-ups across the way. The whole purpose is to be the one with the most points at the end of the game, collect your cards, get through the zones, and then play the boss on the other side of the card. So it is fun if you're kind of making up your own rules, but otherwise it can be pretty complex by playing through the rule book. So $39.99 on barnesandnoble.com. Pick it up if you want to have a very complex game to play with your family, or just a display piece on your bookshelf. So that does it for me, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.